What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Word to the wise. I saw a young lady talking about this on Facebook, and she was talking about bad-natured people, right? Or excuse me, good-natured people, and how they're always consistent, even when things aren't going right within the relationship with the person. And I want to echo those sentiments. People, stop dating bad-natured individuals. Please stop dating them. Please stop having friendships with those type of people. Because the moment, like, this is what happens. People think that, if a person, that's why I tell y'all, I never dated mean girls. I never liked them, right? I never liked hanging around people that were straight up assholes, that were vile people who did backstabbing, lowball, dirty type stuff. I ain't never like hanging around people that did stuff like that, because I knew at some point when I'm not benefiting you in a certain way, when you feel like whatever interaction that we have is not going your way, when you get upset with me, when you don't like that I'm doing this or this, that, and the third or whatever, you're gonna go to your usual vile self. You're gonna get disrespectful. You're not gonna have any regard to my feelings about stuff. You're not gonna be empathetic to anything I got going on when you upset. Because that person they're not good natured. They're bad natured people. And so it's what happens. A lot of people, they date these people. I see men date mean girls and just be happy that she like them and be happy she ain't mean to them. And because she fine, they ignore all the mean girl shit about her. They ignore all the mean girl signs, right? Until the moment that that woman that they dating don't get her way. When she don't get her way, when she don't like this and don't like that, or she got a problem with one thing, it could be a little bitty minor situation. She blow up and explode, and she becomes the most disrespectful person that person has ever seen. Or she becomes disrespectful to them in a way that they never could imagine, which I don't understand, because that woman is disrespectful to everybody else that she comes in contact with, right? So it shouldn't be a surprise. But people fool themselves into thinking, hey, yeah, this person is mean, but they ain't mean to me. Hey, like you somebody so special. It's only a matter of time before that person flip that switch, and then they cussing you out. They talking to you crazy. They belittling you. They doing type of vile, backstabbing, conniving type stuff, and you looking crazy, or you puzzle scratching your head. You know what I mean? So yeah, leave bad natured people in the past, cause it's gonna rear its ugly head. A snake gonna bite eventually, and everybody know that. Like, you could be a snake. Oh, it don't got no venom. Yeah, whatever. It's still gonna bite. It's still gonna bite. It bit everybody else in the room, but he never bite me. All right, you'll see. It's gonna come to a point where it happened. It's gonna come to a point where that will happen, and you shouldn't be shocked about it. That's why, again, in coming up in Chicago, I never hung around vile people. They were never in my inner circle. I didn't hang around people who were like loose cannons, who would just do crazy, off the wall, wild, disrespectful stuff at the drop of a dime. I never hung around people who would, who is just overly obnoxious, overly aggressive for no damn reason. Because at some point I'm going to be face head on with that aggression or whatever, and I gotta handle it accordingly. And I don't want to even have to do that, because I don't want to hurt nobody or have to be into it, or I don't want to have nobody hurt me that I got close to me. You feel me? That's the ultimate type of betrayal. But yeah, like, I don't stop having any type of form of relationship with people who are bad natured. Yeah, people have working relationships with them type of people for a time being, and eventually what they do, a lot of times, either you're gonna sit there and be amongst that bad natured person or take that type of abuse, or you're gonna cuss them out. And possibly you lose your job, or you leave that job at some point because you can't deal with it. That's gonna happen. So yeah, like, vile nature people, hey, you gotta go. You gotta go. Yeah, but I see that with women too. They date a person who's a guy who's known to be an asshole. He's known to be rude. He's known to be, and women look at it like, oh, he just a little hard, whatever. No, this motherfucker, he's disrespectful. The moment you are not acting in the way he wants you to act, he gonna call you everything under the sun, and might do some other disrespectful stuff to you. You got these men, again, I talk about men who are overly emotional. There's nothing wrong with showing emotion as a man. There's nothing. But it's some men who, whenever they don't get their way, they'll do crazy stuff like bust a girl windows out of a car, slash tires, break her phone, break stuff in her house, break her TV, punch holes in the wall, all type, like just different stuff like that. When a person bad nature like that, man, like you just like, hey, you gotta see, look at it for what it is. Like, yo, this person can snap on me, and I'm not exempt from their vile ways. I'm not exempt. You're not going to be exempt for a certain period of time. You might be, but at some point, hey, especially if they ain't got nobody else around to snap on, they gonna bring that right to you, right to your doorstep. So yeah, I don't have any type of formal relationships with these people. Even I would say sometimes even at work, man, you got to go and move around and find you somewhere else to be. You got to deal with it for a certain period of time. Do that, but don't stay in that for a long time. It's like an abusive relationship. It's gonna get worse and worse and worse. You know, or if they're not talking to you like that, but you seeing how they talking to other people, it's only a matter of time before that flicks to you. It's only a matter of time. You know, so yeah, I ain't having no formal relationship with nobody, whether it's a relationship or a friendship with a person who is not good natured. Because it's not in them to do the right thing, to respond maturely. It's not in them to handle things with grace. It's not in them to be empathetic. It's not in them to think before they react. It's not in them to be kind, or even, you know, to still be gentle when things aren't going their way, when, you know, you're at odds with a person. That's why you see when couples be into it with each other, and, you know, and stuff ain't going their way, you see people just losing their fucking mind. I'm talking about calling them everything under the sun, or slashing tires, busting windows out. It's not a good natured person, you know? So, yeah, man. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.